go ahead and title your notes two-step equations. Okay, now, when we solve equations, here's the rules, and they're going to hold true for these equations today, and these rules are always true for solving equations. We want x by itself. We want the variable by itself. In this case, we'll use x. Right? What we want is x by itself on one side of the equal sign and a number on the other. Right? That's what we want. So if I want x by itself, the way that we do this is we get rid of everything else. Okay? So in order to get x equals a number, we need to get rid of other numbers that are with x. Now, how do we do that? We use the opposite of order of operations. We reverse it. Because now we're not doing operations, we're undoing operations. So in order of operations, adding and subtracting are last. But now, adding and subtracting are going to be first. When we're solving an equation, if I want to undo operations, I'm undoing addition and subtraction first. Right? Order of operations, multiplication and division, right? Last is adding and subtracting. Second to last is multiplication and division. So we're going in the opposite order. Then exponents, we're not going to see this. We see it a little bit in algebra, not even too much there, more in algebra 2. And then finally, parentheses. Parentheses are grouping symbols. Okay, so here are some examples, and we're going to go through a few different types of two-step equations, and you're going to get a chance to see and practice each type. So here's the first example. Let's say I have something like this. 3x minus 5 equals 7. Okay, I want x by itself. So I need to get rid of everything that's with x. I need to get rid of this minus 5 and this 3. Now, the 5 is being subtracted and the 3 is being multiplied by x, right? If a number is right next to an x, it's multiplied. So this is being subtracted. That's what we're going to deal with first. So I want to get rid of this. Okay, we're undoing operations. So this is minus 5. I want this gone. So I'm going to do the opposite. Why? Because this, minus 5 plus 5, that equals 0. That's gone. But here's the rule when you solve equations. You have to do the same thing on both sides. Okay, so I did 5 plus 5 over here. I do the same thing on the other side of this equal sign. So I'm left with, on this side, 3x equals 7 plus 5 is 12. Now this is 3 being multiplied by x. I need to get rid of the 3, so I'm doing the opposite of multiplying. I'm dividing. And I get x equals 4. That's my answer. Okay, here's another example. And this one has decimals, okay? But it doesn't matter because you're just going to use a calculator. Use your phone. Use whatever, okay? But the idea is I want you to see that it works the same. So even if the numbers don't feel familiar, we can still follow the procedure, which is we look at x and we get rid of everything else. So here I have adding. I'm going to undo it, right? Adding first. I'm going to undo it. This is subtracting 3.1 from both sides. I get 2.7x equals 14.44 minus 3.1. Okay, just use a calculator. Now this is 2.7 times x, so I'm doing the opposite. I'm dividing. I'm dividing by 2.7 because I want x by itself. And then I put this in my calculator and I get 4.2.